Hey everybody, it's Life with Jayde. I'm back with a new YouTube video. I hope you all are doing well today. I'm doing my Sephora haul for this VIB and VIB Rouge sale. I am so excited to be able to share these new goodies with you and kind of talk to you a little bit about why I chose them and whatnot. So let's get into it. Now I know that my Makeup Monday series, I was supposed to be doing all of the makeup that I've already owned and used and I'm trying to use up. But the issue with that is that I did end up trying to use some of it and it was so expired and so gross. Like if you guys have seen my last video, I used the Anastasia foundation and it was so expired I barely got a chance to use it. It just looked bad, to be honest, so I figured time to kind of revamp some things in my collection, and also this is the perfect time to do it because right now there was the sale on, so I went shopping. I did not mean to do as much shopping as I did, but it happened and it's okay. The first bag that I bought was not part of the sale. I just bought this because I wanted these items and I was going to order them online, but I decided to actually go into the Sephora and like go and touch and play and feel and just see what was there because I was gonna do an entire House Labs haul, and I'm glad that I didn't order online for Tuesday, which was the start of the VIB sale for me. I ended up going in and I didn't like everything. It wasn't that it was bad quality or anything, it just was, I'm very fair, and as you probably could see, I'm very fair, and so some things don't look good on me. So I'm glad that I went in and I looked at things and swatched things and tested things out, because if I had bought everything that was in my cart, I don't think I would have been as happy with it. So this was my initial wish list cart. So this is my wish list, and then this bag is my additional things that I didn't necessarily need, but I treated myself anyways. This first bag, which I'm so happy, the first thing you can obviously see is the Cinema Secrets makeup brush cleaner. I had to buy this because I used to use this all the time, especially when I was a makeup artist. If you haven't been following me for a long time, you may not know I was actually a makeup artist for a while. I did try and have my own business with it, and this was in my kit. I used it. It worked wonderful, and I just picked this up because they had it in their little mini section. I absolutely love this, and considering I'm doing Makeup Mondays now, kind of want to be able to spot clean my brushes if I wanted to do multiple videos in like a few days, because I do have a lot of brushes but not enough. So yeah, this one, I just love it so much. This is what it looks like. It's great. That was the first thing. So the first thing that I'm going to pick up, and honestly this surprised me, this purchase surprised me because I've never really been a huge Makeup by Mario follower. So when I went in and I actually was like, I'm gonna look at the little display that he has, I was actually I was kind of surprised that I bought this. But this was also one of my backups for if the House Labs Hibiscus Hue, I think it's called, wasn't in stock. I was like, I'm gonna try to look at Makeup by Mario blush, and I got the shade Desert Rose. This is the compact. It's very small. It's like about the size of my hand, and let's open it together. Look at that. It's definitely a mauve shade, and I chose a more mauve shade because I absolutely love like the berry tones. I know he has another one that was way darker, but I went with Desert Rose because this one just called to me, okay? It called to me and I went in and I had to have it. Second thing I picked up, which I actually was very surprised I picked this up as well, was the Fenty Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighter Duo, and I got the shade Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal. This I was surprised about because I've never even really thought to buy Fenty. I have seen stuff on YouTube and whatnot about the brand, but for me it just was never a brand that really called out to me. Maybe when I was in my height of like my shopping problem, but this one, like, since getting back into makeup and the beauty community and whatnot, this really hasn't been a brand that's been catching my eye, which there is a brand in here that definitely caught my eye recently, and I'll show you soon. But yeah, Fenty never really caught my eye. A lot of people do love the Fenty brand, but that's okay. So when I went in, I was looking for a highlighter, and I initially wanted Peach Quartz by Haus Labs, and I went and I swatched it, and I liked it, I just didn't love it. I think it just was a smidgen too dark for me, so I decided against it, and I was really bummed out because I really wanted a highlighter, but I just was not finding anything that was good enough for me, being so fair. I was very disappointed. Short story, I was very disappointed, and then I turned around because I went and I was shopping for the Makeup by Mario blush, and I turned around and the Fenty display was right behind the Makeup by Mario display, and this caught my eye. So this is the duo. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I'm just so happy. So the person that helped me, they said that this one is the non-glittery highlighter, and then this one's the like glittery one. And the glittery one, they said that I could use it as a highlighter or I could use it as an eyeshadow with the next product that I'm going to show you. And that really caught my attention because I love multi-use things because I'm a lazy girl. Honestly, I was not expecting to buy a highlighter from Fenty the first go, but I'm pretty happy. The last thing that I bought in this little haul is the Haus Labs Powder Sculpt Velvet Bronzer. I was so excited to buy this. I was so excited because I don't know what it is, but Haus Labs has me in some sort of chokehold, and I think that one day I'm gonna have to own everything by Haus Labs. The blushes, you know, and the powder, everything, anything I can get my hands on. But yeah, look at this packaging is so wonderful. Let me try and get this out. Oh, this is what I went specifically for, and they had it. Oh my god, look at it. It feels so luxurious, and this is my first bronzer ever, by the way. Just look at it. It's so beautiful, and it makes me so happy. I'm sorry. I just get really I'm really happy that my passion for makeup has come back because it's been so long that I have bought makeup and I've experimented and I've played, and sorry, I'm getting a little bit emotional. But yeah, this was one of my passions for the longest time, to have just some luxury products to start this journey again. This makes me so happy. When I was a teenager, I remember looking at all of the wonderful Sephora hauls, thinking like how wonderful it would be to be able to spend money on expensive makeup and like be okay with it. And yeah, so the fact that I have a nice job right now that allows me some wiggle room to kind of treat myself once in a while, even though I'm budgeting, it makes me really happy. 16-year-old me didn't get it, but 22-year-old me is now living my dream. It makes me happy. I'm gonna put this back in the box because I like to keep my products back in their box for just like a little bit, just until I kind of break them in. I don't know, I've always been like that. I've always had to have things back in the box for a little bit. I don't know if that's, you know, something you guys do or not, but I do it. Now, this bag I am so excited for. I'm gonna start off with the boring thing first, and that is the Inkulist Fulvic Acid Brightening Cleanser. And this is my everyday cleanser. This is what I use to wash my makeup off at the end of the day. It's great. I love this cleanser. This is just a restock, so it's not as exciting. I do love this brand. This is great. Use the oat cleanser as well, and that is to do the first step of a double cleanse. My old bottle is like, it's so squeezed down like a toothpaste tube. So yeah, so this was a restock because I had the 20% off, and I was almost out, so I was like, you know what, while I'm here. Now this is where I'm very excited and I'm very happy that I was able to be purchasing these. I'm gonna start off with these, and I got 2 new brushes. Both are by Haus Labs. I got the foundation brush, which makes me super happy. That's what it looks like. Very, very dense. I'm very excited. Oh, yes. Very soft bristles, very dense. It feels like it's top heavy a little bit. I don't know if that means anything, but it just feels like this part of the brush is a lot heavier than this part. That's okay. Oh gosh. Yeah, this is gonna be really just, yeah, this is gonna be good. I really like that. And this is the one thing that I didn't do reviews on at all. If I have 20%, it's going in the bag. Next thing I bought was also another Haus Lab brush. I think I already mentioned that, but I don't really care. This is the concealer brush, which is basically a baby version of the foundation brush. It looks to me a little more slanted, so I'm really excited because this feels like I can get right in there. Yeah, and just yup. Oh yeah, I feel like this can do sharp cleanup. Heck yeah! Super excited. Ooh, I didn't realize these say Haus Labs on them. Wonderful. That was also another get in the bag because we have 20% off, which I know people were saying don't do that, this time is to restock and whatnot, but I already did my restocks, so it's okay. I can treat myself a little bit. These things are what I'm most excited for. These are the stars of the show, in my opinion. I love these little babies that I bought. But these are the star of the show for me. These are just, they're the star of the show for me. Now, this is the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation, and I am in the shade 050 Fair Cool, which I think is one of the lightest shades out there. And at getting this foundation was a bit of a struggle. I'm going to tell you what happened. I called ahead. I've been looking online all morning to make sure that they had this shade available, and I'm looking online and it keeps saying that they have it in stock. So I'm like, okay, great. So I call them on my break. It's one of my last breaks before I have to leave, and I call them. I'm like, hey, do you have this in stock? And they're like, we do. It just may be limited. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And they're like, yeah, we can't guarantee you'll be here though when you get here. And I was like, oh, okay, but like, do you guys not do holds anymore? Because last time I called Sephora, which mind you, this was a little while ago, they still did holds. So I was like, oh, do you not do holds anymore? And they were like, no. I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. And so I just said thank you, and I hung up. And then so when I got there, I went, my mom drove me literally right from work to this store, and I got there and the entire Haus Labs like section was wiped. It was like, it looked like a bunch of 12-year-olds. You know those TikToks that are going around where all the 12-year-olds are going in and they're messing up the displays and all the samples and whatnot? It looked like that. The entire space, it was cleaned out. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the foundation section. I'm like, I missed it. I was gonna cry. I'm sitting there and I'm just like looking at my mom and I'm just like, they don't have it. And this wonderful angel of an employee comes by and she's like, can I help you with anything? And I said, well, I was hoping that you guys would have had, you know, this shade. And she was like, oh. And she just went into the little drawer and she unlocked it and she pulled this out. And it was the last one. And I was like, it was meant to be. It was meant to be. You are meant to be mine. This is the foundation. It's a very heavy bottle. I'm very surprised it's as heavy, but I mean, I've never really had a luxury foundation. I consider this a luxury because it's $65. This was pricey, but the one thing, the reason I was fine splurging on this foundation was because when I wore the sample, I put a little bit on and then I put it on with the rest of my makeup. It looked like skin. It looked like my skin was skin, but a step up. And, you know, my skin was pretty even. The only thing I didn't like, and this was probably a me thing, was it did cling to my dry patches a little bit up here where I wax my unibrow. But I did actually talk to somebody and they said that I should try one of those powder puff things. The next thing that I was super excited about was the concealer. This is the Triclone Skin Tech Concealer. I am in the shade 01 Fair Neutral. This was also the last one. I was very excited because, yeah, I got in there and I grabbed this, I grabbed the brushes, because I think the foundation brush or the concealer brush, it was like the second to last one. I just snatched them and I was like, I'm getting these. And yeah, so I grabbed those, and yeah, this was the last one on the shelf. So I was like, mine. So I honestly, as much as I probably shouldn't have put the money on my credit card, I think it was meant to be, because I basically got the last of both things during the busiest day of like Sephora selling. There we go. There we go. I did have to rip it a little bit, which makes me sad, but it's okay. Here we go. This is the concealer. I'm very excited. I'm not opening it yet because it looks perfect. Yeah, this is it. I'm so excited. I can't wait to wear it. It's makes me happy. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my mini haul. I hope you are just as excited as I am to test out these products and show you how they work for me so that I can give you an honest opinion about them. But yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next video. Bye!